What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Roch coming to you. This is the Dare Champions podcast, and I am excited for you today. This is going to be a not miss opportunity for you to witness something major. Yeah. So listen, get your popcorn ready. If you got to go to the bathroom, go now.
Fire me up.
Listen, I have the one and only, my good friend and brother, Mr. Reggie Abreu. What's going on, brother?
With the accent and everything. I love it.
Yeah. Listen, I've known this guy. I'll read his bio in a bit, but I mean, I've known this guy
a long time.
A lot of times when
over 2 decades now.
It's like 2 decades, and a lot of times, just like when people see us now, Reggie, they don't know like where we've been, you know. And a lot of times, it's good to know people like before everybody else knew them, and before it was Dr. Herold and all of that stuff. So Reggie knew. Listen, Reggie knew me before Dr. Herold
I ain't gonna say too much.
But listen, I mean, let me just read a quick bio so you can kind of know the kind of stature and the man that he is, and then we're gonna get into it. Okay, so Reggie Abreu, he was born and raised in New York. Okay, New York family, stand up. Okay, from the Bronx, right?
Yes, sir.
I'd see the Bronx. See that, and listen to all those people that said, the Brooklyn and the Bronx, that they didn't get along. The beef is over. Okay.
Well, I was born in Brooklyn though.
Yeah, there you go.
You know
see, Brooklyn, where Brooklyn at?
Yeah.
So he was adopted at the age of 4 by Manuel and Carmen Abreu. And he graduated from high school and went on to graduate from West Virginia University. That's where Reggie and I met.
Yeah.
When did you get into, what year did you start?
I think it was 2002.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So after West Virginia University, he graduated with concentrations in business, communications, and Spanish. Hola. All righty. And then after graduating, he relocated to Washington, D.C., where he experienced a couple of years in corporate America. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then while completing his MBA, he started his Herbalife business. And then from there, that's now been running for like 12 years strong, Reggie.
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
even realize it was that
decade.
long.
Yes, sir.
12 years strong. And then since then, he's also been married to his amazing wife, Miss Alice, right?
Yeah.
I've met her like one opportunity, but I think y'all were dating at the time.
Tiffany's birthday.
Yeah, it was Tiffany's birthday. What's up, Tiff? Right?
What up, Tiff?
So, and then from there, now you got a beautiful 3-year-old daughter, Miss Little Naomi, and she is amazing when I see her on the pictures,
She's
man.
turned up, beautiful, princess dresses every day.
Yeah.
Man, love swimming. I mean, she's amazing, man. She's a lot of fun, a lot of work too.
I bet, man. Kids, we was just talking like, you got one, I got two, and the work never stops.
Definitely
but when you're stepping up to be a dad and stepping up to be a father, you're willing. That's the challenge, like you're willing to take on.
Yeah,
right.
It's an honor and a privilege, and it's just a beautiful journey, man.
Yeah.
Because you're doing your best to teach as a parent, but I'm humble enough to know that she's teaching me too.
That's it.
You know what
That's
I mean?
it.
She just came from God from the other side, right? And they come to teach us a lot.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I'm aware of that too.
That's beautiful. So usually, Reggie, whenever I have people here, I like going back before we go forward.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the success and all of the things that's going on right now. But your journey has been nothing short of, transformative, So, just from, college life to fitness coach and all of that stuff. And I believe sometimes, don't you do like some motivational speaking and things of that nature too?
Yeah, I've been asked to do some events outside of Herbalife and within Herbalife where I do public speaking and training and stuff like that. So it's just become a skill that I've gained over time as well. So it's been a lesson for sure.
That's amazing, man. It's like, if you know Reggie.
I'll say this too, it's crazy to think about because like you talked about even before we started, I grew up very on the quiet side.
Exactly.
So to be speaking in front of crowds and stuff like that, like people that know me from back home or from growing up or even people from like you, see me in front of crowds, they're like, that's Reg. And it's like, but that's what happens when you do something over and over and over. You get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to look forward to it. So I've come a long way there.
So Reggie, like when was the moment? Because I know quiet Reggie, right? Like, you know, the guy in the corner, he's just observant, you know. He's kind of one of the guys, you know, that you rock with. He's in the crew. He's not saying much. I'm of course, the loud one, right?
Yeah,
but Reggie's just, you know, he's observant and, you know, if something goes down, you're up front. But, you know, you're in the background, you're observing, you know. But when was that transformative moment? When you were like, man, you know what?
As far as opening up, you would say?
Yeah.
Well, for my business, you know, it's pretty much sales and building a sales team, right?
Yeah.
So with what we do, you know, if you don't talk, you don't eat, right? But what made it simple to talk was all I was talking about was my story.
Yes.
I wasn't having to pitch somebody. Right? I just had to tell you my journey, and if you was down for that, cool.
Yeah.
So, and again, I grew up very scared of rejection.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But then I realized too that they're not saying no to me. They're saying no to themselves if they say no to what I'm offering.
Wow.
So just having those realizations, I didn't take it personal. I didn't have a fear of rejection over time. And again, the more and more you do something, the more comfortable you become.
Yeah.
So now, literally, I mean, I make friends everywhere I go.
That's it.
I don't meet strangers. I meet friends, you know, that are literally loaded. You know what I mean?
It's amazing how, like, sometimes that fear of rejection, because I've dealt with that a lot in my life as well. And sometimes that fear of rejection is really just, it's almost like the opposite of faith. It's almost like you're scared of what can happen.
I ain't even looking at it like that.
You're not even looking at what can happen. You're looking at everything that's not gonna happen, right? Or you're looking at everything that's negative that's gonna go wrong. Like, oh man, they're gonna say no. They're not gonna like me. They're not gonna. And these are all
like
things.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, these are all like self-limiting beliefs that many of us, because of our childhood, because we grew up in some of the neighborhoods where we couldn't speak up and we couldn't be ourselves and things of that nature. And it's like we kind of carried that into life. So that's amazing that you have really, I think you did it out of necessity, right? Like, look, I want to eat, but tell me more.
It was also like the passion though, like the passion of like, yo, I've had this breakthrough and I gotta share it. I gotta get it out there. I gotta share my story. So I started talking more on social media, right? Whereas before I was just highlighting when I was partying and stuff like that. But now I was using it more to share my story. And then when I was at the gym, when I was at the grocery store, when I was at the post office, when I'm out on a walk, when I'm at the park, the track, I'm seeing strangers and I'm like, yo, I could share my story with this person. And it's just like, yo, like one of my mentors says, 30 seconds of courage.
Jeez.
Just look at it as 30 seconds that you could take and just see what happens. So I also found some fun in, are they going to say yes or are they going to say no? Are they going to try to curse me out, which has never happened? But, you know, you gain your mind, right? Like you talked about that fear. So it's like that excitement of, let's see how this goes. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I like that. That's so powerful because look, even if I am scared, okay, I'll give you that. But just take 30 seconds don't be scared.
30
right?
seconds.
Take 30. Imagine what 30 seconds will do. Now you've built up your faith 30 seconds. Now do it for a minute. Do it for 30 minutes, and then grow from there.
Facts.
So how has your life impacted? So one of the things I talk about in the book, so with the Dare to Live Well, the two is really like the people around you. Sometimes you're looking at one person, one of those two is going to be like a mentor, like somebody like, man, you know what, because this person is living, you know, this way or working out all the time and all of that, I want to try to be more like that. And then the other two is, who are you living healthy for? So whether that's Naomi, your daughter, or the people that are in your team. So how has, you know, your health impacted the people around you? Like, who did you, you know, look up to as a mentor to say, man, you know what, if I can just try to do a little bit more like this, and then who are the people that you're living healthy for?
That's loaded. So I would say, like, pretty much who inspired me to change it around, right?
Because you changed it around before the wife.
So it was the standard. So I was always in shape growing up. You know, I started working out when I was like in middle school, just doing calisthenics, right? Started hitting the gym, you know, weights when I was in high school. So there was a moment after I moved out when I came to DC. I was working in corporate America. I got tagged to a picture on Facebook. And it was this fat dude in the picture. So I'm like, why they take me to this picture? That ain't me. And then I zoomed in, I looked closer, I'm like, damn.
That is me.
That is me. Mind you,
who's that fat kid in the
who's that fat dude? Mind you, I'm working out 5 to 7 times a week.
Jeez.
An hour to 2 hours. I was not a stranger to the gym.
Yeah.
Right? Next day I go to the gym, step on the scale, I see 227 pounds.
Reggie.
Usually I'm 190.
Yeah.
So I go to the front desk, I'm like, bro, is the scale
off? Something wrong with the scale.
He says, nah, bro, we just got that scale yesterday. Brand new scale. So that's when I realized I needed to change my life around. Man. So I tried using a fat burner. I tried, I don't know if you ever seen that infomercial back in the day. It was like a belt that like electrocuted your abs.
Oh, yeah, the electrical one. Yep.
I tried that. I tried eating like lean cuisine and, different, like, I guess, healthy TV dinners and stuff.
And you did that over a span of?
I was probably trying for like a year or two.
Yeah.
And then I found a friend on Facebook that was talking about Herbalife.
Okay.
The products.
Okay.
She had phenomenal results. Her clients had phenomenal results, and she was consistent.
Yeah.
Like every day, she was posting about health, positivity, clients, results.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd give it a try.
Look at that.
Lost 35 pounds, got a lot more energy as well, because before I was taking naps,
you carried all that weight.
I was taking a nap every single day. I was just tired, bro.
Wow.
So it was really me wanting to get back to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That was what inspired me. You know what I'm saying? And then who I'm living healthy for now is still me.
That's it.
Because you got to be healthy for the people around you, but you're the one that lives in that body every single day.
Yeah.
And I've started personal training recently as well. I've done group workouts for over a decade.
I remember we came up to one of your classes and stuff.
But a lot of my clients for my personal training are people that want to lose and gain. But I also have a lot of elderly population.
Wow.
So I have one client who's in her about 60s.
Okay.
And she's been working out through her whole life. Wow. And she's in phenomenal shape. Strong, amazing. She moves well, she could get up off the ground.
So many times people will use a lot of times, if you let the body, and it really starts in the mind, we could get into that, but so many times that no matter what, decade or age that you're in, there's always going to be that excuse. You don't know how many times with me as a chiropractic physician, going on close to 18 years now, there's so many patients, before I even offer them the solution, they're like, I know it's my age. I'm like, you're only 54. You're only 45. You're only 30.
It's your lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. And it's the mentality that, listen, whatever it is, I'm going to get through this because my body is designed to be well. Yeah. My body is designed to live healthy. My heart is beating right now. Yeah. I'm not telling it to beat. It's beating right now. Its own, So the blood is already flowing.
It's my brain is working.
It's an amazing machine. It's an amazing organism. We're both Christian. We know we're fearfully, wonderfully made. But so many people discredit the value that God has put into the body to heal itself. And
you're putting it nicely, man. It's just called excuses.
There you go.
It's just called excuses, bro.
Yeah, but I can't say that in the document.
And what you talk about in your book, a lack of responsibility.
That's it.
Instead of taking onus and responsibility for the poor decision that I've made, or I'm gonna just blame it on my age.
That's it.
Or I'm gonna blame it on my kids because I gotta buy them all these cakes and candies for the house or whatever.
That's it.
You the one paying for the groceries though. So what we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So sometimes that first step is, as you're saying, man, I want to live healthy for this person, that person, but you're saying it's yourself. You got to look in the mirror. You got to, and that's a hard.
And what you just said.
Your mirror was that Facebook picture. Right?
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
Right, and sometimes you really got to look in the mirror and just see it for what it is.
And I knew that, and I literally felt like that's not me. Some people, they become okay with the image that they see in the mirror or in pictures and stuff like that, where for me it was unacceptable.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So like I said, it's a standard.
That's it.
So people, they got to set a standard. If they don't have a standard, they got to create one.
They got to create one.
You know what I mean?
They got to create one.
Yeah.
That's it, man. So let's talk about overcoming obstacles. I know sometimes, whether it's physical, emotional, social, that you face in your journey, how did you overcome them? And what advice would you give to somebody that, might be that high school kid? Like we was just talking before the camera started rolling, that your friends would tell you like, man, you know what? For some reason, they always heard your name saying, Reggie Abreu, your turn for detention.
Man,
like
always.
Reggie, and I mean, and at WVU, you know, let's just say, knowing you then, this was not your trajectory, right? But God, who is rich in mercy, right? But it's like,
definitely blessed.
So what would you tell somebody else? What would you say to that young Reggie that is, you know, maybe they've had some issues or insecurities or whatever it is, right? How did you overcome those obstacles, man?
I had good people around me. I mean, you're a prime example, right? We were part of a group called MIA, right? Men in Action.
Men in Action,
right?
Yep.
So he led this group, and we would read the Bible and we would talk about our struggles, and we kept it real with each other.
Yes.
And I needed that at that point in my life.
Wow.
And I still need that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had good people around me that even if I was kind of veering off the path, they would kind of get me back on the right path.
That's it.
So I've always said, and I've always realized over time, you know how they say, it takes a village to raise a child, right?
It does.
So for me, right, I lost my adopted parents at the age of, both of them by the age of 13.
Wow.
So for years, I had this story of, you know, I've had some success, I've had a decent life, but life would have been better if I had guidance from my parents.
Yeah.
And then I had this realization, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. So God doesn't just give you your parents to guide you and raise you. God gives you all types of people throughout your life to help you, to speak life into you, to help you financially with words of affirmation, with wisdom. Hey, read this book. Hey, come to this event. Hey, come to church with me. Come to MIA with me. So I've opened my mind to realize, there's all these different good people in my life, and I just do my best to listen to them.
You know what, man?
I mean? And that's helped me a lot.
That is it. And it's like, and it's really just, and I thank you because one thing that you could say, it was me, but
no.
you
I'll never claim self-made, bro. I'm people-made.
You can, it's really about, I want to thank you for allowing me in your circle because you could have just pushed me away. Like a lot of times when we do speak to like some of these young, like I just did another health talk. It's funny that you say that because I'm still doing it now because it's a passion that I have to just speaking to young men. There's a group
You've
out
been
here.
doing it.
I know.
You just operating your gift. Facts.
Right.
You ain't new to this. You true to this.
Shout out to Zeno Jones, Young Men on Tour, YMOT. You know, Zeno. So I just spoke to them the other day, and it's like they take young men and they tour on college and all of that stuff. And you know,
on a mission.
It's just but it's like you allowed me. Going back then, you allowed me in your sphere of influence. And a lot of times I heard that saying like you're only as good as like the top, five people
around you,
that's around you. So you allowed me to be one of those top five, right? And I just kept saying, hey Reggie, you know what? Come on, man. And it's funny because that's funny he says that now, but when I was doing it, you don't know how much sometimes I felt discouraged, or sometimes I heard the pep guy like, oh man, nobody's listening to you. Oh man, you know what? Listen, you saying this on Sunday, but by Thursday they acting up again. Oh, look at that, or whatever. And nobody's listening to you, nobody's paying attention. But a lot of times,
called being human.
It's called being human, and a lot of times, many people have to realize that many times when you're speaking life into somebody, it's almost like you're putting seeds in the ground, and you don't always see the seeds.
They be listening, bro.
Yeah. You don't always see the seed. If I put a seed in the ground right now, you're not gonna see the tree tomorrow.
Prime example of that, bro.
Yeah.
So there was this point back. You remember when cars, you could put the CDs in them?
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because now you can't put CDs in them.
Yeah, exactly. I have my car, John the Baptist, which was my car was paving the way for my better cars. But go ahead.
So I had a collection of like audio books. On CD, right?
Yeah.
So when I would drive with she was probably my girlfriend at the time, fiance maybe. And I would always, there was a point where I was listening to Jim Rome like every time we drove.
That's
right?
powerful one, yeah.
And I'd be listening to it, and she'd be on her phone, and I'm thinking she's disinterested, right? Like, why are you playing this crap, man? She would never say it, but I was thinking that's how she felt, right? And then one day I said something, I forgot what I said. And she was like, well, Jerome says da 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 da.
Ooh.
And I was like, yo, she was listening that whole time. So like you said, seeds planted. We don't think that they're working, but it's working.
It is,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
It is. And that's how we kind of build from faith to faith and really just going and, just really trying to build people up in whatever platform you're on, whether it's you're a salesperson in, Herbalife, whether I'm, I'm a doctor and I'm talking to people about living healthier and all of that, whether somebody out there is in a business or in a certain group, like you always want to be the one that's speaking life into that person, right?
Yeah.
So that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
That is amazing, yeah. So let's get into a little bit of, you now have a young family. What is the idea of generational health? How does that influence the choices that you make for yourself and your household? Because in the book, I speak about when we're making decisions now, we have to make decisions for the long term, and we have to make the decisions that are going to have the longest impact on our health. So many times, and I've been in this healthcare industry for a while, there's so many there's so much eye candy out there that's just more of a quick fix. And I think you've seen it in your industry too.
For sure.
Because there's so much of these, wellness fads and quick fixes and all of that stuff. You tried it yourself, right? You said, I tried to get better. I put the electrical pads on something, it wasn't working. So how do you make decisions or even teach other people how to make generational health decisions? I
would say the foundation was set to, like you said, to go back, to go forward. I watched my mom deal with diabetes while I was growing up.
Wow.
So she was in and out the hospital. I would do her blood tests.
Yeah.
She had to do those 3 times a day. I watched her do, her insulin shots. My father would do those for her.
Wow.
And she had to take like she had this big pill box.
Yeah, same thing.
7 days a week, and she would have to take them every day.
Yeah.
She had a very limited diet. So I saw the impact of, if you have a health condition, how it could really impact your life.
Yeah.
So that always stuck with me. So I knew when I gained that weight, I'm like, yo, if I keep gaining weight, I'm going to end up with diabetes or heart disease, cholesterol, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that was the foundation for, even before I had a family, why I need to make better choices.
That's it.
Now that I have a family, because I've been living the lifestyle like we talked about, it's not even about, I'm trying to do it to I'm just living a lifestyle.
Exactly.
And I'm showing that example. You get what I'm saying? So now it's funny, like my daughter, she's like, oh, my daddy has muscles. Like she knows what the difference between fat and muscle is.
Yeah.
Right? And she wants to exercise. When she sees me or her mom going to the gym, she's like, oh, you going to exercise? Yeah, we're going to exercise. So she knows about exercise. I brought her to our group workouts and she's working out with us.
Wow.
3-year-old just sprinting around.
At what age is she now?
She's 3.
3 years old,
And I started bringing her when she was like 2.
Old.
And she's around that environment. She's around people who are working out, people that are eating a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Now, I tell her about food, and sometimes she may understand, sometimes she doesn't, but we correlate it in a way that makes sense for her. So when she's eating, she loves to sprint right now. So we're like, yo, if you eat your vegetables, you're going to get faster.
Now
she's
you're
like,
attaching,
I bet.
You're attaching the health behavior to the goal that she wants.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I think the main thing is not trying to speak it, but live it. Like I don't buy a bunch of candy and ice cream and chips and just have it, and she's watching me eat all that through the week.
Yeah.
I have something once a week. I have my typical is my burger, my fries.
That's it.
High quality meat. I'll get that once a week.
Yeah.
But I'm not eating crap every day. So she doesn't see me.
Yeah.
She sees me eating. Well, the Herbalife products, right? I have my shake in the morning.
Yeah.
They got to a point where, you know how kids are. They want what you want.
Exactly.
What you put on the plate of
everything on my plate. I'm about to eat it. My daughter's like,
yours looks better. You know what I'm saying? So she would see me with the shakes, and then one day she wanted to try it, and then she liked it. And you know what I mean? So it's just me living my lifestyle just rubs off on the rest of the family. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the whole premise of my book. We did a generational health symposium, and in January we're about to do another one. We're looking at spaces right now, see where we can do the next generational health symposium.
I see you, big dog. I'm proud of you, man.
I'm trying, man.
I'm not surprised, bro, because you've been doing this.
Wow, man. Thank you so much, Reggie. To God be the glory, man. Thanks. It's like when there's something burning inside of you, you can either sit on it or, but it's like there's so many people that can be impacted.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, it's almost like there was a prophet, I think it was Jeremiah, but he was like, man, it's like God gave me something, and it's like a fire. Like I have to, like this book, I had to get it out. Like either something bad is gonna happen to me, or I gotta get this book out. So I'd rather just get this book out. Now I have to do a generational.
To execute was like,
that was
you know,
my
I
mindset.
can't
Like
hold on
I can't sit on it.
Yeah.
Right? If God put it in me, and I know it has to be out, then what good is it for me if it's to bless somebody else? Right? And you can say that with money when you're donating or when you're giving your time and all of that stuff. And I've seen that with you too. But
it's like, you know internally, like I know exactly what you mean.
But you know, my son, he works out all the time now.
That's
and
good.
I think somebody asked him from the audience, was like, hey, how did you start? You know, why did you start doing it? Because he's running more than me. I used to have asthma when I was younger. So I never really liked running. I like cardio, but I'll do it because I have to. I don't do it because I love it. You know? But my son, he's running like almost every day. Like my neighbors are like, hey, I saw your son running. So I was like, man, I need to go out and run. So I'm like, he's inspired my neighbors to run and all of that. So somebody asked him like, hey, what inspired you to run today? And then he was just like, I did not think he was going to say this. He was like, well, I saw my dad working out. And I was just like, man, so just those times that he did see me.
That's dope,
and that, you know, it convicted me because I'm like, I'm not, you know, but I'm trying to get, I've actually been more